Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserredux is New England. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we are now at war with the good old American Union State. You guys can move down to here. We are worried still about basically not having enough troops to actually fill up our entire line. Because the Canadians are less than interested, I would say, in sending troops to our front, unfortunately. I'm trying to think, like, what can we do? Let's hold position for now. We kind of already... I mean, are we overextended on this line quite yet? Let me just take a quick gander. The answer is yes, by a decent amount. Probably like by like 5 divisions, maybe. So, you know what? Deploying... Even though they're not quite ready, let's get 2 of these guys out on the field just to fill up our gaps. Also, we have 45 submarines. I would consider that to be a pretty okay navy, all things considered. We've gotten you down to 83%. Of course, the major cities of the American Union State are Jefferson City. Like, what? Do they have any major cities? They have New Orleans. But I think that's really about it. They don't have any cities like in the north that are, you know, the big circles. The south is mostly a bunch of like smaller towns. I don't want anybody moving into here. That's the a threat for us. Do something like this. You sit still for now. You don't just crank out aircraft. My planes actually shouldn't be up here anymore. Send them down to like the deep south. How many planes do you guys have? I've noticed we have air superiority over the entire region. You actually have an okay air force, like 1,000 planes roughly. Yeah, they're really trying to stop me from pushing in through here. But I'm looking at this, and I don't even know if the American Union State actually has the division count necessary to stop us. When are you going to be there? You're going to be there in 6 hours, so we're definitely not going to get there in time. So push into here. Like, we don't have fast units. Can I build, like, a single cavalry division? I want just, like, a small... Yeah, duplicate this, and just replace all these guys with cavalry. Remove their support. I did not... Okay, duplicate. Remove support. Replace all of you guys with cavalry. Train up like 3 of you. Or maybe just try to make some very quick pushes down to like New Orleans and all the other major cities. Will that work? You know, depends on who you ask, I guess. Because you should fall soon. The problem with the south, though, is that there's like a lot of marshes down here. And also, why do you have this many troops in Baltimore? We're at war. I mean, are we worth anybody else? Are you all prepared for, like, naval invasions? Is that what your whole ordeal here is right now? The answer is yes. I mean, if they can get these invasions to work... But they won't work. Because of the dumb reason that, like, for some reason, like, we can never get naval superiority over here. And still, that's about, like, 10 different campaigns. I don't know why this is happening. Also, I don't care what they're doing. But they're sacrificing so many men for these naval invasions that'll probably never actually fire. That it's, like, it really sucks. So you're worth 1, you're worth 2. The problem is, like, every city in the south has, like, no war score. at all. Like, they're not worth anything. How many men have you lost? Most against Pacific States. You've already caused the second most amount of troops. Mexico's really not doing too much here. And again, we want to make sure. Are you... none of you seem like you're planning on joining the Weltkrieg, which is good for us. Poland is just crushing the Germans. And I still have no idea how Austria is alive. Are you not? Yeah, you're part of the Reichspakt. The Irish aren't getting much done, I would say. The problem with the South, though, is that our front line just... It's much larger than we had to deal with in the CSA. Can I actually do the... We can't start coring anything until we've actually won the war. You know what? Let's get the research slot. 42 days is fine. I'm trying to see, like, what would be... I mean, actually, there are some troops going. How much oil do I make? My Air Force actually takes a lot of fuel. And the Navy would also take a lot of fuel if it was sent out. I mean, they actually are getting invasions to work, maybe. Okay, so this is the Canadian Navy. Or this is, yeah, the Canadian Navy is fighting the American Union States Navy. And it looks like we're doing pretty well. We are losing a handful of submarines, but... kind of okay with that. Combine. Yorda's going to be convoy raiding in these regions. Yeah, and as soon as we actually... Whatever we did, I don't know, to somehow get naval invasion. Look how many men they're sending out here. Where are they all going? They're all going to random ports. Which is nice. Hopefully they can actually land again. Like, this is... At least they have 2 ports here, so they should be able to actually hold on to this little piece of land. Which is nice. We also should be able to push into you as well. We do not care about the Pacific States. We do not want any troops on their border. For obvious reasons. It's still 1940, but we're halfway through the year, so I think it's about time that we get our industry techs going. You guys should be deploying soon, and we could probably just put you back underneath the one general that we were using for the invasion of Detroit. You know what? The Ivory Coast has capitulated. But I think you actually are going to succeed in this, which is nice. Our NORA oil reserves are horrible. That's actually a fantastic landing. For the AI, that is immaculate. Hopefully they get the same thing done in mobile. I'm a little bit less hopeful there. But, I mean, you know, let's get JFK involved in the war. We'll assign you to be purple. First things first, we're going to send you to this region. Mostly because I do want you probably to hop your way along to wherever these guys from mobile. If they can land in the province, that's where we want you to be. And I think they're going to get the landing to work, which is fantastic. I have noticed that you guys are kind of just like leaving for no good reason, but okay. Okay, so the landing in mobile is going to work. So we're going to immediately... You didn't actually land in the city. I've noticed that much. So they landed all their troops here. They did a great naval invasion, and then they immediately screwed it up by moving their troops around. But if you can take the port in 20 hours... There we go. Fantastic. No, I actually took a different port in Florida. But we'll see if we can get our men there anyways. Also, we do not need to be importing steel anymore, which is nice. Yeah, thank God for these naval invasions. I'm surprised they worked, to be quite honest with you. How long until you get to that region? Soon, hopefully. Again, we want to send troops over here just so the Portuguese do not lose control of the ports that they've been fighting so hard to land in. Yeah, they just abandoned this region. Why have they abandoned these ports? I got no clue. I could not tell you in a million years why they've decided to leave their extremely good position for no good reason. We can definitely take over some of these regions that they're fighting in. Topeka, as soon as you're gone in 2 days, we can probably push into you. Supported companies. The supported companies, 25% soft attack. I believe that the support artillery counts with those, so we'll get those guys going. But we have now landed, which is great. Let's see if maybe we can unite this with the front line. Okay, so you've gotten some good work done. Yeah, you push into here. You guys push into here. You can probably push your way into Topeka. Why not try an invasion of Omaha as well? Okay, so you have landed. Is it just very hot? Is that your attrition problem right now? Yes. Okay, that's not too bad. I do hate how the AI has just abandoned their extremely good positions for absolutely no reason. So what are we going to do? We're going to push away over to here, hoping that the Canadians or the Portuguese or anybody sends troops to this region to help me out. You know, why not invade Little Rock? Okay, we want to unify this line if at all possible. Do we still have naval superiority? We do, so I'm assuming they're just going back to do more naval invasions for no good real reason. We don't need the war propaganda because we're still at 100% war support. Yeah, they did clean this up, which is unfortunate because it should never have happened. Like, never in a million years should that have been allowed to go through. Do you guys take Omaha? The answer is no, unfortunately. Take an extra research slot for you. Let's get, you know, industry tech. When you're done, we're going to go for an industry tech. What are we doing right now? For construction. Just repairs. And again, repairs do stuff automatically, so I don't care about that too much. Okay, so these Portuguese troops have kind of screwed themselves over, but I guess that's not a huge surprise. But we've linked these guys together, which is great. I'm assuming we probably, yeah, we can't put troops over there right now, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys don't screw this all up. It's entirely possible you do. Tulsa, Oklahoma City's worth 5. That's not nothing. You know what? Let's pass the Infrastructure Act, get a little bit more points into there. We do need you guys to start pushing your way in just to shrink our front line a little bit. We do want to be pushing our way towards New Orleans. Because New Orleans, unsurprisingly, is kind of like an important city for us. I mean, Miami is worth 15. It's good. That's also another city that we probably need to take at some point. By the way, are all your plans relying on naval invasions? The answer is still yes. Of course it does. I appreciate your enthusiasm, I guess you could say. But I don't know if it makes the most amount of sense given the situation. You push here. I mean, Tulsa's got a pretty weak unit in the city, which is nice. Can I get more troops to deploy? Soon-ish. But even I could. I probably would want them down here anyways. How much is Mobile worth? Mobile's worth 2. Big Soul's worth 1. I'm worried about, because I hope this Portuguese troop stays there. I'm a little bit worried about that. Like, do you guys have like naval invasion plans to? Like, here's the thing: you don't need to navally invade territory. in which I already have secured the port that you're going to invade. You can just send the troops through. Is there also hockey for this period? Yeah, I'm probably like never going to use that hockey, so not even worry about that. Big rain revolts happen in India. I mean, they're at war with nobody. Okay. But the Grand Revolt is completely surrounded at this point, so I'm pretty sure they're just going to be killed. Also, Poland is going to be the one that's going to do the most work against Germany in terms of actually capitulating them, which is absolutely amazing. How did that even happen? Also, I don't know where... Is it this war? I mean, Germany's getting kind of their shit kicked in. Plus, 250,000 men against Poland. Okay. Well, you know what? You guys do you. Did Hungary ever join the war? Hungary did eventually join the war here. Which is probably why the Austrians lost Vienna. Or, no, gained back Vienna. Okay, we can take Charleston. This area is still secure. Which is nice. Bouton Rouge has, you know, fallen a little bit. You know what? A handful more convoys is okay. Like, that's not going to work. Because the cavalry divisions, we want the cavalry to rush the victory points. But now they're already so close to New Orleans. I really don't think it makes much of a difference anymore. Please, no, do not go over here. You're on this front. Did that solve any of our issues? The answer is kind of, because we're only like 3 units short. And that actually could probably be resolved by taking this specific province. Like, why would you go this way when... Sometimes they do weird things that I don't understand. I'm trying to see, is there anywhere we can shrink our front line? These 2 provinces we could, if we can take both of those. That would help us out a little bit. Because you're at 60, which you're doing okay. How about you guys go here? Take that stuff out. Did you guys clean this gap up? The answer is no, so the American United States troops are just going to walk straight out. But we have taken Miami. Also, Puerto Rico is considered a major power. So good on you, Puerto Rico. How are we going to deal with you in the future? I don't know. But I'm sure somebody smarter than me will figure it out. I would like to send more troops in this area. For sure. Let's attack you to get more combat with. And yeah, you're definitely going to fall, which means we're going to push our way through you. Colombia. You're 2 victory points, so you're not that important. I mean, the amount of cities that are important, again, in the south, there's a very specific number. When are you guys going to be ready to deploy? November? You'll be ready in October. So we're still 2-3 months away from our troops actually being in decent shape. I mean, we don't want to lose any of our cities for obvious reasons. The Pacific states... Like, we wanted to declare war on them. The Canadians have a pretty large front line. And I don't think the Pacific states would have enough troops to actually solve that. Of course, even after we kill the American Union State, we'll still be at war with the Mexicans. Which has its own set of problems. So I don't know what we do. Do we declare war on Mexico and then invade the Pacific states? Or do we declare war on both at the same time? I mean, we're already at war with the Mexicans. So I'm not too sure. Because that's our 2 options. Is either we fight both at the same time, or we allow the Pacific states to waste manpower against Mexico. Well, you know, manpower and equipment. We could move our way straight into... We could move men straight into Bouton Rouge now. Also, probably maybe send some troops into New Orleans. I mean, Atlanta's got to be worth a decent amount. It's worth 10. Birmingham, it's a city that I've heard of. It's only worth 2. Montgomery's worth 1. But I think overall, like, we're doing okay. I wish you wouldn't be invading down here. That doesn't actually help us out whatsoever. Yeah, and this whole thing's actually been linked up, which is fantastic. So you know what? Let's get 2 civilian factories, because that's not bad. How long until this guy moves anywhere? Okay, he finally got it done. But I'm pretty sure he's just going to die now. I can probably push into you, because that'd be an easy target. You know what? Deploy, send them straight into Purple Army. What? You're in a port! You can already leave from the port you're in. You don't need to go to a separate one. We should... I mean, we're kind of running out of fuel. What are our aircraft doing? We're still in the deep south. You know what? Hold off for now. We also do have a couple hundred planes in reserve. So, you know, we're going to send you... I mean, you're kind of in the best place you could be. Send you up to the Great Lakes. For a possible invasion of the Great Plains afterwards. Hopefully our troops will arrive here soon. The French are not sending men in, like I was kind of hoping that they would. Yeah, you can deal with this on your own. You did take Norfolk, which actually means you do have supplies again. But even then, I don't think that matters too much. Like I'm not concerned with that. We want to take Baton Rouge. We want to surround New Orleans so we can get the encirclement bonus against them. And there is 3 provinces there that we'd have to deal with. So one of you guys go there. One of you will just hold the city. We've got 2 of you. I don't think the AI would abandon the city. I mean, I guess there is Houston, Dallas, and Austin, which are really the majority of the American Union States victory points, I think, at this point. You take New Orleans, take those handful of cities in Texas, and that should be the end of the war. We do have light tanks. So you know what? Let's throw the light tank in. Do you have any penalties for being in Marsh? I mean, I'd imagine so. It's a, you know what? It's a 5% penalty. That's actually not fun. That's actually not bad. So, wait, how did Rome fall? Oh, okay, for the SRI, yeah. So they're gonna kill Sicily. I thought they already owned Rome from like a while ago, but I guess not. Yeah, and Hungary actually pulled in a lot of work here, just by capturing Vienna. But Poland, I mean, Poland's in a weird situation. Where if they could give military access to the French, like that would, or not to the French, to the Russians, that would help them out a lot. Canada actually doing an invasion of Baja California is a little bit funny. But you guys are, yes, doing exactly what we want, and that should get the encirclement here. And no, but we'll attack. Do you not attack from here? You can't attack from here. So all of you attack in New Orleans. Once you get this round, you'll assist there as well. But for right now, I think this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks everybody for watching my Ansem. If you've enjoyed, remember thumbs up. If not, enjoy, kill you some down. You want to subscribe, and goodbye.